since I got you on the sideline, just to show me it's mine. I'm trying to treat us.
Hello beauties, how are you? Welcome back to another video. My name is Brooke, if you guys didn't see my last video or my past videos. Okay, as you can see, the title is how to show up for yourself. So today is strictly about doing that. I feel like there are times where I don't show up for myself when I should be, and you know, it's like life, sometimes I forget to do that. You know, it's okay, forgive yourself, but it's not okay to make that a reoccurring thing. Like, you want to make sure that you can acknowledge when you're not showing up for yourself, and then you show up for yourself. So yeah, and showing up for yourself can look different in like so many ways to different people. Like, literally, to me, showing up is just taking care of you and doing what you want to do, and not really like diminishing your needs for somebody else's wants. Ooh. Showing up for yourself though can look like getting yourself flowers, saying no, because a lot of people don't like hearing that. Like, if you tell someone no, a lot of times people have expectations of you, and sometimes we can't even show up for other people when we can barely show up for ourselves. Like, how do you expect me to give 50 to you when I can barely give 50 to myself? Like, that makes no sense. So that is something, just doing whatever you want to do. Staying in while everyone is out, that definitely means showing up for yourself. If you need some time to just decompress and isolate, that is totally fine. That is totally fine. Getting up to study when you said you were, that's showing up for yourself. You know that your future self is going to thank you because you got up at 5 a.m., you know, to give yourself some extra time to study because you know it's going to pay off. Something I tend to do a lot is I pat myself on the shoulder and I tell myself I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. That's me showing up for myself. Like, if I had a long day at work and I feel like I accomplished a lot by doing something, and I feel like I just had a really good day of working my ass off, if no one else is gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna say I'm proud of you. Showing up, you know, after a horrible first day at work, you still show up because you're showing up for you. Just because it was a bad first day does not mean it's going to be a bad, like, every single day of your life at that job is going to be bad. But showing up means that you know that and you can acknowledge that. Everybody has first bad days. It happens, but that does not mean you give up. A big one, going to the gym even when you don't want to. You're showing up for your body. You're showing up for you. It's showing up for that discipline, like, area in your life, right? So those are a few examples of showing up for yourself. And if you find yourself not showing up for you, this is where this video comes into play on how to really just use these tips and tricks to really give yourself the love that you deserve, the attention that you deserve, the effort that you deserve, period. I feel like I tend to show up for myself by getting me gifts. I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna treat myself today. I'm gonna treat myself every single week at this point, and that's why my bank account looks the way that it looks. But I show up for myself really just by saying that I'm gonna do what I said I was going to do. So usually the beginning of the week, I will make a whole, like, I'm very organized, so I'll make a whole, like, itinerary of what I'm gonna do every single day. And it's okay if you don't obtain, like, accomplishing every single thing on your to-do list, but at least put in the effort. Like, sometimes I will over task myself, as in, like, I will put so many tasks in a day knowing I cannot accomplish all that. I could if I tried, but like, personally, that's a little draining. So give yourself a reasonable amount of tasks, of course, and do that. Definitely, like, identify your needs and prioritize them. So your needs over your wants. What do you need to get done? If you need to rest, please rest. Sometimes I'll schedule myself, like, time to sleep, because when I was in college and I was working as well, and I was hanging out, and I was just trying to find this like work-life balance as well. And I would have to schedule myself time to sleep because I just didn't know when it was going to happen. But I knew I had to make the time, obviously, because I'm a human and humans do sleep. But yeah, like if I wanted to rest after working all week, I would literally just go home and sleep. And I don't think that anyone should feel guilty about doing that. Sometimes I'll feel guilty about like sleeping in after a long shift on my feet. So I work 4 days straight, so I have literally on my feet just like working, and I get tired, and I'm like on a Monday I'm like, ooh, I slept in. But that's okay. Like, no one's saying you can't sleep in. Those 5 a.m. girlies, like, you not know what their life is. You not know what their life is, what their work life is, okay, that they don't show. So personally, like, we all want to kind of be those 5 a.m. girlies. Not all of us, but it's not always realistic to always wake up at 5 a.m., you know. I will say, like, waking up at 5 a.m. is bomb as hell because, like, you got a whole... It just feels like there's more time in the day rather than waking up at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 p.m. Like, you know, there's more hours when you wake up at 5 a.m. I will say that. But at the end of the day, you have to prioritize what you feel you need. And it's not about what Brittany or Paula needs. It's about what you need. What do you need to fulfill, you know, your body and your minds? And what do you need in order to make you show up for yourself? How can you show up for yourself when you have no energy? How can you show up for yourself when you have no motivation? How can you show up for yourself when you don't have the nutrients, right? So identify your needs and prioritize them. What do you need so that you're good? And you know, one thing I can say, and this is coming from someone that I feel like I used to be a people pleaser and now I'm not, because like, do I live on this earth for you? Nope. So it is never selfish to put your needs above other people. There are a lot of essential like areas for setting boundaries in your life, you know, whether that's personal relationships, your work and career, and specifically like your self-care and well-being. Making sure that you are, you know, putting an effort into all of those things and setting boundaries. When you're at work, are you like staying overtime? Is that making you really tired? Do you have to stay overtime, or are you just putting that extra stress on yourself to please your boss because you want to be his favorite, but then you honestly realize that favorites don't exist in the workforce? Like, make sure you're setting boundaries not only with other people but with yourself. Where is your limit? Sometimes we don't know our limit and we go way beyond, and then we stress ourselves out, and that is what kind of like decreases our energy to do other things in our lives, because we are so like, we're so like, okay, I want to give 110 to this, 200 to this, 300 to this, 100%. And sometimes we can say, you know what, I'll give 110%. I think of it like, I will give 50 to this, 30 to this, 20 to this, right? Today. I don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. Today. Don't overextend yourself, because that, I feel like, is not really showing up for yourself. It's stressing yourself out. Showing up for yourself is doing what you can do, what you possibly can do, not what you feel like you definitely have to do because you want to be superwoman. Like, we all want to be superwoman, but are you happy at the same time overextending yourself? I guess this brings us into setting boundaries and saying no. I feel like the people that are the most drained and get manipulated a lot are people pleasers. If you know that someone's going to say yes to everything that you do, don't you think that those are people that are easily manipulated? That's like, I don't know, like an ex that comes back because they know that you love them. And every time they come back, you forgive them. But because they know you're stupid. But you're not stupid. You're not stupid. But in the moment, you were being stupid. And you took them back. And then, you know, they did the same thing. And then the time after that, you took them back and you did the same thing. And And that's how they know you're a people pleaser, and they can manipulate you. Yeah. So you are allowed to say no. You are allowed to block that any type of energy that doesn't accept a no. Just saying, like, please say no if it truly compromises like your mental health. You don't have to say yes. I only advise you to say yes like if you're taking risks, like if you're trying to live your life, say yes to things like that, like, you know, trying new things. But when I'm saying, let's say someone asks you to go out and you really need to study, okay, let's say you really need to study, and someone's like, oh, but like why would you need to study over, you know what, shut up. Shut up. Let's say you're trying to be a doctor or something. Yeah, I need to study because I'm trying to be a doctor. Like, the thing about those things is, like, a lot of times people don't understand because they're not in your position if you say no. So don't feel bad about saying no. And if anyone makes you feel bad about saying no, I mean, personally, I would just tell them to go eat a toe. But for you, I would advise you just walk away, okay? Like, no need for that negative energy. You know, a lot of people honestly just don't understand, but sometimes no is enough. Like, a lot of people feel they need to over explain, you know, themselves. Like, you do not need to explicate as to why you're saying no. Just say no. Everything deserves an explanation, and if like they don't understand that, please tell them where to go. Next, I would say is set goals and make daily progress. If there's something that you've been putting on hold that you've been wanting to do, I say showing up for yourself is strictly just doing that, taking those risks, and really putting effort into accomplishing those goals. I feel like one thing that makes me extremely happy is getting out of my own fucking way, okay? 2024, we were in a whole pandemic, okay? This should have been like a thing even before the pandemic, but stop getting in your own way. Like, do whatever you've been telling yourself that you want to do. You want to start a YouTube channel, you want to do boxing, you want to, I don't know, shoot your own short film, you want to, I don't know, you want to be president, like, I don't know, like, just do whatever you are setting yourself out to do, okay? Do whatever you truly have been delaying and putting off. Just do it, because life is too short. If we learned anything from the pandemic, life is too short. And I think accomplishing something that, you know, that you've been procrastinating for the longest, it makes you feel so good. It makes you feel so good because you see that it was possible. And it also implements a lot of discipline and consistency and, you know, doing the things that you desire to do. It makes you feel amazing. So yeah, definitely set short-term goals and long-term goals and stay on top of it, execute it. Me with like doing YouTube, I feel like I always let personal things stop me from doing the things that I wanted to do because I just I wasn't in the right mindset to do it. Now, at the end of the day, like, we go through life things, that happens, but I have to think about, why should I let the negative things in my life like delay the positive things going on in my life? Because I love making videos like this. I love talking to you guys. I love giving advice. I love making vlogs, but I allowed negative things to stop me from doing it because I didn't have the energy to continue. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is something that is kind of pouring, you know, that energy into me. I'm motivating myself by doing this. So yeah, that's a little like inspo. If you ever need some inspo, just get up and just do whatever you are, you know, trying to do for yourself. You never know where it's going to take you. And this brings me to the last point in this video, which is running towards your fears. So, you know, doing things that scare you. I feel like showing up for yourself is literally going, staying the entire time, and literally being so happy that you did that. Like, you showed up and you stayed. And when I say that, I mean, let's say you wanted to, like, I don't know, learn dancing or something. Okay, you signed up, you walked to the dance studio, and you did the dance. You could have messed up, and that's okay, but you still showed up. One thing I also wish is for other people to understand that too, because they think of it like, you know, oh, you messed up, like you're a failure. If I saw someone messing up, I would see it as they showed up, and they could have walked right out of the class, but they didn't. So make sure that you always show up for yourself by staying the course and also seeing where it could possibly take you. I think that the fastest way to build confidence in order to really showing up for yourself is doing things that truly scare you. So that's why I say go out your comfort zone and do things that you've been wanting to do. Showing up for yourself is doing what you say you want to do and executing it. You know, keep on going through those dance classes. Keep on showing up for not only you, but for the person that you want to be in the future. When it feels scary to jump, you better jump, baby, okay? You better jump high into the sky, okay? Because the goal is not to stay in the same place in your life, like your entire life. Your goal is to progress and grow. So, yeah, tip, do one thing every single day that scares you. A tip from this is do one thing that scares you every single day, even if it's small, big. Do something that scares you. The other day, I signed up for a pole dancing class. I've been really wanting to do this for a long time because, you know, like, actor, we need to learn different skills here and there. So I love learning new skills. And I'm already doing heelless dancing classes, so it just goes perfectly together. But I was honestly going to wait until like July to start, but for some reason something just told me just do it now. So I am starting pole dancing classes and I am really excited. I'm actually gonna go one in Georgia, and then I'm probably going to do another when I come back to New York and just keep on doing it. But you know, it's gonna be scary being a beginner, but you keep on showing up and you're going to be eventually intermediate and advanced, and you're going to thank yourself that you showed up every single time. Give yourself the love, the attention, the effort that you need in order to be the best you that you can be. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios. Mwah.